Hello friends and fellow gamers, this week in Idle Heroes, Card Clash Evolution returns, which is a great opportunity for spenders to get a lot of Starry Gems, if you were that way inclined, or for free-to-players to pick up some nice stuff just to get you moving on your account. So we're going to take a look at this week's event, tell you all the cool tricks you can do to get progress, and yeah, should be a good time. But before we do, if you need one-to-one advice in Idle Heroes, join us on a Tuesday through our Discord server and our Twitch channel. You can find links for both in the description. We do a thing called account reviews where I give you one-to-one advice with your Idle Heroes account. If that's something you're looking for and hoping to get from me, you can go ahead and back me on Patreon, as that's one way you can access the sign-up channel, which opens on a Tuesday. That's not the only way to take part though. You can find all the information on how to join account reviews in our Discord server. There's a link below. So do check that out if you need one-to-one advice on Idle Heroes. Anyway, let's go and check out this week's event for the Card Clash Evolution. Every day for logging in this week, you are going to get yourself 7 enchanted cards, and these are needed to make progress in the Card Clash, so make sure you log in and claim all of these. My advice with the Card Clash would be to wait until the final day of the event, because then you'll have collected all of the enchanted cards for the week, and you can make the most progress and spend the least money on additional cards, which we'll take a look at in a second. Value packages this week are extremely standard. You're getting gems and additional enchanted cards, and if you wanted to, you can spend some contract Starry Gems to help you make a little bit of further progress in the Card Clash. Here in the Card Clash, we're going to draw using these cards to get heroes from certain factions, which we can then use in teams of 3 to attack the boss. You'll also get buffs, which you can add to those teams to make them stronger. This particular boss needs Shadow, Dark, and Transcendence heroes to get an extra bonus to kill him, and you want to try and put together a team of matching heroes, as you also get a bonus if you have multiple heroes from the same faction. So let's draw some cards and see if I can find you a good example of a team here. Hopefully we'll get something nice. No, I seem to have ran out of cards already. My ideal situation here would be a full team of Dark heroes, because I have a bonus here for Dark, Light, and Transcendence, and also we have this bonus which gives me extra bonuses if they are heroes who are able to deal additional damage to the boss. Also, with 3 of a kind of Dark, I'd have even more damage bonuses as well. So you're looking for the best team you can with matching heroes that all match the Restrain bonus. As part of this as well, there is the challenge area where you can attack with additional heroes you'll get for using more and more cards, and your score in that particular place will place you on a leaderboard where, depending on how you do, you'll get yourself gems and potentially even a thing here which is a special avatar which has Sherlock holding an Ace of Hearts. Added to this week event, we have Awakening Privileges, which is an opportunity to awaken heroes to get points, and those points will be dependent on the awakening tier you get. You normally get around 5 or 6 points per awakening used, and you get different rewards depending on how many points you accumulate. At 100, you're looking at artifacts. At 150, you're getting origin materials. At 300, you're getting even more origin materials. And at 600, you get destiny materials. This is all very nice, but it does require a lot of contract Starry Gems or free awakens to do. Now, if you're on an account that has lots and lots and lots of free awakens, then you might want to consider using this. However, if your account like mine doesn't have too many, I only have 37 here, you might be better saving those free awakens for a different event. Sometimes when Card Clash comes, there's something called the Soul Awakening Session, which gives us a bonus if we get to 200 points, where we get a B stone. That B stone, you can see in my bag here, is an opportunity to awaken a guaranteed B hero or higher. And during Transcendence events, when they add a Transcendence hero to the game, you can do one of these awakening sessions to get to 100 points, where you can get a B- stone, but it has to be specific awakens done on the new Transcendence hero. That means if you want to get the best return on free awakens, you're actually best saving them for when one of these B stones are available, as you can then either keep or destroy that B stone for either more contract Starry Gems or giving you a powerful hero on your account. For that reason, I think your best move here is to not do Awakens, because I'd rather use Awakens to get those B-Stones, as that would be more beneficial for your return of Contract Starry Gems. And as free-to-play players and budget players, Contract Starry Gems are an essential resource to maximize your progress in this game. We have big events like Halloween, Black Friday, and Christmas all coming soon, which more likely than not will need you to have Contract Starry Gems to get the best rewards. One nice way you can get Contract Starry Gems this week then is if you've made progress in the Realms Gate and got up to Realms Gate Void Corruption level 80. Here you can go ahead and claim all of these additional 600 contract Starry Gems for your account. Save them and use them in a future event. That is the best way for you. One thing that might be tempting is to go and spend them here. You can spend up to 600 contract Starry Gems on additional enchanted cards. You might want to do that. You might be very tempted. I think this is not a great idea, though. I'd rather just spend my gems to get a few more cards, because you actually only need to get to stage 5 here in the card clash by killing the 5th boss. That's going to get you 5 Glorious Treasury coins. You can then use those Glorious Treasury coins here in the Glorious Treasury to get a nice reward to help your account. It could be Stellar Shards if you need those. You could be looking at getting some Starspawn eggs from here if you're short on them. You could even be going for Guild coins if you're really absolutely flush on Stellars and Crystals. Whatever you're after, there are some nice things to pick up here. However, pushing into Treasury 2 does give you the option of getting an artifact. If you're on a newer account, artifacts can be extremely important. To get to Treasury 2 then, if you're a budget player, you'll want to be getting to stage 7 beaten. That does require you to buy all of these cards with gems, and you may need to have to spend a little bit on contract Starry Gems to get some additional enchanted cards. You could argue that that small amount of spending is worth it, though, if it does get you an artifact that's going to massively help your account. And a lot of accounts I see on a Tuesday for account reviews are actually struggling with their artifacts. If you're a newer player, the best artifact to pick up would be Melodic Strings. You want to get that to Splendid. Elusive Mirror is really useful and is essential if you're using a Betty, because it can feed Betty energy between rounds, which allows her to do her active skill before enemies attack. And some other artifacts to consider could be a Ruyi Scepter, if you're wanting to upgrade this in the long term to a Dragonry, but that's not necessary. I think the best things for newer players would definitely be getting Melodic Strings and Elusive Mirror. Another good artifact to go ahead and consider would be Demon Bell, but that is only available in artifact chests, which is one strong reason you might want to push here. But because, as I said earlier, we're not getting B-Stones, hold your Free Awakens, because you will get the mysterious artifact at some point. I'd just rather get myself some B-Stones in the process. For those of you looking to spend, we've got the Moonlight Gift, and this is a place where you can get some additional enchanted cards. If you spend $100, you'll get 50 additional enchanted cards, and the Illusion Privilege, which lets you smash in the card clash. Not necessarily your best thing to do, but it can help. And you also get ×2 rewards in the Starlight Privilege, which we'll take a look at in a second. If you spend another $100, you're getting yourself a Mysterious Artifact Selection Chest, which includes Scissors of Conviction and Demon Bell. And on top of that, you're also getting some additional Crystals of Transcendence, Stellar Shards, and a further 50 enchanted cards and ×4 modifiers, which is useful in the Starlight. As well, if you spend $300, that ×4 becomes a ×6, and if you spend $400, it becomes ×9. Along with those, you're also getting Prism Starry Gems, and in the first case, you're getting Origin Artifacts, and the second case, you're getting Core of Origin Shards. Overall, the best approaches on how much you want to spend vary from player to player. One option people like to do is buy all of the Flora's Picnic packages here. This is going to get you a lot of Prism Starry Gems and boxes that give you additional Contract Starry Gems, and this is a very, very valuable way to get additional Contract and Prism Starry Gems onto your account, which can be extremely useful. You're getting treasure coupons thrown in there as well, and Cores of Transcendence, and by buying all 4 of these, you'll get yourself those ×9 multipliers. With that, you're also getting yourself the 100 enchanted cards from here, which means if you combine them with some additional value package spending here, you can actually get yourself all the way up in the Card Clash of Illusion to stage 17. That's going to get you 60 Glorious Treasury coins from here, and if you look, that ×9 modifier in the Starlight Melody will actually turn this 1500 chest into a chest that you get 9 times, giving you an additional 90 Glorious Treasury coins, which will bring you to a total of 150. You can then spend all those Glorious Treasury coins here in the Treasury, getting yourself access to Origin materials. There's Deific Artifacts here. At Treasury 5, you're even getting yourself Destiny stuff, and for Treasury 6, Grimoire materials are available and definitely worth maxing. Later players may be tempted for the Essence, but I've known other players also going for Enabled Infusion Stones. You need 15 of these to max a hero, but the bonuses that you get to Balance Strike and Unbending Will are definitely worth it. Treasury 7 is really nice as well, and with 150 of those glorious coins, you should be getting 5 opportunities to get rewards here, really helping you with your Star Souls, which is especially useful for Nirvana heroes. To get to 1500 points in the Glorious Treasury, though, you do need to use enchanted cards and awaken heroes. So you'll definitely want to do all the enchanted cards first, and then probably just do some awakenings just to top it up to the score of 1500. However, there is another option which is not as expensive as spending $400 in the Flora's Picnic. That option would be to go into the value packages here and buy both of these top packages. That, alongside some Starry Gem spending, will give you enough enchanted cards to go all the way up, not just to floor 17, but floor 20, which gets you an additional 20 Glorious Treasury coins. The downside to that is you will not be getting yourself any of the Flora's Picnic packages, which means you're not getting additional Prism Starry Gems or Contract Starry Gems, so you'll have to source those from elsewhere. However, it does mean, though, that you're not having to spend as much to get to the top rewards. With only $200 spent, you are also only getting to the ×4 modifier in the Starlight Privilege. But that's still pretty nice. You're still getting plenty of stuff available from the Starlight Melody, and you won't have to do any awakens because you'll have more than enough enchanted cards to get 500 of them consumed, which is enough to get to stage 20 and potentially even beyond, and 500 times 3 is 1500, so you don't have to worry about those awakens like I said. You'll also notice here that Space Gems have been added as a reward for the 1500 box, so that's one key difference for this event compared to other Card Clash events we've had in the past. For those of you using the multipliers, you'll also probably hit the 3000 chest here, which gets you an Origin Artifact Selection chest, some orange boxes, and a pink box there to help your treasure train. And at 6000, you're also getting yourself the opportunity for an orange treasure selection chest or a pink. I think the orange is best here, as this Roulette Bunny Girl gives added defense, and the Lutz doll here gives better control immunity offset for your Transcendence heroes. If you're just a free-to-play player, though, you will still be using enchanted cards this week, which means you are still going to be getting points to help you here. So you should be expecting to get lots of these earlier boxes, which contain things like Stellar Shards, Spiritual Essence, and boxes that contain some of the Transcendence heroes available in the game. And for those of you newer players, getting access to a hero like MKxJUMP can be super-duper useful. On top of that, you're also getting Master's Toolboxes in here too, which can help you in the Celestial Island. It's a shame, though, the 400 box is just a Transcendence box, and it does contain some nice heroes, though, like Melissa and Alakita. For those of you wanting to find a middle ground, you could go up to $300 spend here, and that's going to get you some Origin Artifact Selection chest stuff and ×6 modifiers with the Prism Starry Gems. Here, I would just buy one Flora's Picnic package alongside those two value packages up here. So you've got a few options of how to approach this. You either buy 2 of the top value pack, you buy 2 of them and a Flora's Picnic box, or you buy all 4 Flora's Picnic boxes and maximize your return of rewards here. And Flora's Picnic boxes are super popular among spenders because lots of Prism Starry Gems and Contract Starry Gems can help you to make progress. And buying all 4 of these, I think, walks you away with over 12,000 Prism Starry Gems, which could even be enough just to buy an A tier in and of itself. So a very standard Card Clash of Illusion event this week, and I want to remind you guys, if you have free awakens, I would not use them this week because we do not have access to a Beast Stone, and I cannot stress that hard enough because I know a lot of you free-to-play players are probably sitting on quite a big number of free awakens and are therefore itching to spend. Be patient, guys, more opportunities will come in the future. Now let's look at next week's event. This is a hero exchange event where we will be getting a new hero added to the game. Is it going to be this lizard on a motorbike here or a different hero? I don't know, but I am excited to find out. We're going to get all the usual stuff. There's an opportunity for Azrael and Ailamak as well. And I expect with the City Rush event thrown in here too, it's going to be a nice opportunity to pick up plenty and plenty of rewards. So, fingers crossed, guys, that this is going to be a really good event. I'm imagining free-to-play players, to maximize this, will need 3,750 Contract Starry Gems, along with a couple thousand Heroic Summon Scrolls as well, if you've got them. Either way, guys, it's going to be a fantastic opportunity for you guys to get some good rewards. But of course, if you don't have enough Contract Starry Gems for this, go ahead and skip next week, and we'll go ahead and look at some bigger events coming later, of course, with Halloween, Black Friday, and all those other good events yet to come. To stay up to date with all these big events, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and as always, be careful whether you go into one of these Idle Heroes events before watching my event breakdown here on the YouTube channel so that you know exactly what to do to maximize your progress or what to save for future events. Either way, guys, thank you for tuning in. Have an amazing week, and let me know what you're doing this week in the comments section down below. Until next time, happy idling.